The fists nearly flew on Tim Pool's show the other day, as he had on R.A. the Rugged Man, and they got into a very heated discussion about racism and police violence, who was racist, who was not. And if you go back and look at the video, Tim Pool was the first one to instigate all this. And as we know by now, those of us who saw it, R.A.'s response eventually got to the point where Tim Pool was going to catch them hands. And he started swearing up and down. He was cursing, calling him all kinds of stuff, like almost challenging him, it seemed to me. Now, obviously, R.A. the Rugged Man has a thing about respect, and that's understandable, because Tim Pool was kind of pushing his buttons. And I am not one to promote violence here. I keep saying we have to be ready for violence, because I think that somewhere down the line it's inevitable. But I also think that you really need to show what your limit is whenever you're being pushed by somebody like that. If they think they can just push you and push you and push you and get away with it, no. You need to let them know you're a human being. You're not to be messed with. If you have to, get somebody else involved if you don't feel comfortable enough handling it yourself. But I think R.A. really showed Tim Pool that not all people who disagree with him are a bunch of soft pansies. You know? Not all lefties are like, sit there, don't do anything, stick the flower in the barrel of the gun, peace and love, man. Not all lefties are like that. And honestly, I don't know R.A.'s political views. I really don't. But he went on TYT recently to kind of explain himself, and it's understandable why he reacted the way he did. I mean, if that was me, I probably would have lost it too. I don't like being pushed like that either. And I've been accused of things. I've been called things, of course. But eventually, these people on the right have got to learn that they cannot keep pushing our buttons and getting away with it. We're human beings just like they are. We have feelings just like they do. We command respect just like they want it, just like they command respect. Or I should say we want respect and they want respect, right? Well, look, treat us with respect and we'll treat you with respect. It's that simple. Stop calling us libtards. Stop calling us, a bunch of pussy-ass liberals. Stop calling us any kind of crazy name that really doesn't hold any water when you really think about it, when you really examine it. Because this is one country so far. We are heading to a point now where people are going to start turning to violence a lot more frequently. This culture war nonsense that unfortunately the liberal side of the corporate party has been all too eager to go down the path with conservatives on. And that's how Glenn Youngkin won the state of Virginia, my state, right? That's how McAuliffe, the most boring neoliberal corporatist Democrat of all time, who has the personality of paint drying, he lost to Glenn Youngkin. So, we got to stop going down the culture war path with these people. They got nothing on policy. They know it. Tim Pool knew it. That's why he started resorting to calling R.A. a bunch of names and accusing him of things, because he knew he couldn't get him on the substance. It was obvious. And if you go back and watch that, man, he shriveled up like a wilting piece of spinach. I'm telling you. He was scared. Tim Pool was scared that he was going to get his teeth knocked down his throat. Little side note here. I it would be hilarious if someone were to go on to, say, Alex Jones or Gavin McInnes's podcast and try to do that to them. Oh my God, that would probably go viral. But anyway, that was amazing. R.A. did lose his cool, and he did apologize for it. He said he was out of line, and yeah, I think he did go overboard a bit. But at the same time, that was something that was long overdue for many people on the right who think they can just push the left in any corner they want and get away with it. So, eventually, it just goes to show you that if you push somebody enough, eventually they will push back. So, eventually, just think of it this way, if these right-wingers do pick up their guns and start shooting, how long is it going to be before people on the left pick up the guns and start shooting back? If only out of, damn, I just want to live to see another day. We don't want that. Nobody wants that. At least not anybody on the left doesn't. But if we have to, we probably will when the push comes to shove. So, I wouldn't push the buttons of somebody like this. I wouldn't try this again with any lefties, but something tells me they will, because these guys aren't really that dumb. I think a lot of them can read people pretty adequately. So I think Tim Pool will probably be a little bit more selective in who he brings onto his show from now on. But, you know, if someone on the left is able to get on a right-winger's podcast and you're able to actually debate them on the ideas, don't let them push your buttons. Don't let them get into the culture war. Don't let them try to insult you. Don't let them try to deflect. Don't let them try to do anything that takes away from the fact that you caught them with their pants down. These people need to learn, and if they need to learn in a more definitive way, so be it. I'm not saying violence. I'm saying more definitively in how we say it and how we prove it. So, yeah, that was quite a moment from the Rugged Man, and I don't think it's something Tim Pool will soon forget.